Whoa! Welcome back to Geekshow Arcade.
Hey!
Yeah. I lost track of how long the intro was on for. I don't know if it went too long or too short or what. But it doesn't matter now because we're past it. I'm your host, Quad T. Check me out on other
I do not like
Geekshow podcasts. I'm on
It
I'm on
feels
those.
self-aggrandizing, and I do not like it.
Well, you're one to talk about self-aggrandizing.
Yeah, buddy. Let's talk about
Jeez.
that.
Takes one to know one, my dude. I'm the best.
All I did was say I'm on other podcasts. I didn't say I was good on them.
No, it's you going first. That's the part I don't like.
Oh.
Lando doesn't like other people finishing first.
That's
Nope,
true. It
I
does
do
not seem like that. He is not a fan of that. He's not a fan of people going first. He's Lando.
Hey, I'm Lando. I'm happy to be here. I don't play very many video games. I did bring a video game story this week. It means nothing to me, but I'm sure it'll mean something to Jarron.
Speaking of which, hey, it's Jarron.
Hey, I'm Jarron. You can find me on Blue Sky at Jarronius. And Jarron.best, if that suits your fancy. Tickles your fancy. Tickles.
Seems a
your
little
fancy.
aggrandizing.
I
Self-aggrandizing.
don't know. I don't like tickling my own fancy.
Or suiting it. But the imagery is great.
Can
I
you,
don't know
hey,
about
hey,
that.
Owen GPT, can you produce an image of someone tickling their fancy?
It's a
Draw
hot
that out
dog
for me
in
in
a-
paint, please.
It's a hot dog with a feather.
Hey, he's Owen.
Owen,
Check-
right here.
Check him out.
Gonna get the best of me right here. I save all of my energy socially for this night of the week so that I can be present here for you like I've never been for my children.
That's what I appreciate about you, Owen.
I appreciate that about you too.
So honest. The honesty is refreshing.
Hopefully your children are in different rooms at the moment.
Oh, absolutely. I'm way too much of a coward to say that with them around.
I know. That's why I asked.
Oh, yeah.
I was hoping for the oh crap
yeah.
moment.
We're off to a good start today. I mean, we've been gone for 2 weeks, so we have to have a good show.
It's all built up. I didn't know
Yeah.
what to do with my energy last time.
So much pent up podcast energy.
When it gets pent up, just do a little bit of tickling of your fancy. And
A little bit of
Oh,
self care.
right.
A little bit of self care. Yep.
just tickle your fancy.
Oh. I'll remember that for next time. You're going to
Yeah.
hear about it.
Yeah. Let's see. Do we have any emails to get us on to the next subject, hopefully?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, that's good.
Got an email from Logan. He says, "Hey all, not sure if this belongs in arcade or help desk, so feel free to move it as needed. Arcade, buddy. I humbly submit my desktop for rating. CPU, Intel i7 6700K. GPU, Asus ROG GTX 1080, 8GB. Memory, 16GB DDR4 3200. I built this machine about 10 years ago, and it's finally time for an upgrade, especially with Windows 10 support ending. I'm looking to switch to a laptop, which I think will better fit my current lifestyle. Right now, I'm considering something from the Lenovo Legion line, possibly with a 5070, but I'm a bit overwhelmed by all the CPU options out there. So my question for the panel is, what should I be looking for in terms of specs or performance? Are there any specific CPUs I should avoid? Thanks in advance for any advice."
This sounds like a good question for Owen GPT. Owen?
No.
No,
don't
it's
have time
way
for that.
too. Yeah, it's way too technical too. Like,
All of the tokens for this question were used after 3 sentences.
absolutely.
Let's see.
You guys
First
are
of all,
such party poopers.
This guy wants
Such
real
party
help,
poopers.
and you want to throw him. You want to throw him on the mercy.
We were going to help him for real, but I wanted to get the Owen GPT answer first.
Seriously.
To compare and contrast.
Here's what you're going to do, my guy. You're going to go in the store. You're going to find the shiniest laptop that looks the best. And you're going to buy that one, sight unseen. Because you're going to vibe by. It's the new way.
Don't
You're going
vibe
to look
by.
at it. You're going to vibe by. You're going to put your hand on it.
No.
And depending on the temperature that you feel,
No.
you're going to get that laptop. And you're not going to look back. Because here's the truth. None of it matters. Nothing matters. Reality is a lie.
We're
You're
living in a simulation.
You're a simulation trying to play a simulation.
That's what's
Anyway.
so fun about it.
There you go, Tony.
See
Now
how
give him
far
some real
the-
answers.
Rabbit hole goes. All right. Thanks, Owen GPT.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, let's rate your rig. If I had built that rig 10 years ago, I'd have been pretty happy with that bad boy. Solid CPU for the time. Might have been the best one. I can't remember if they had i9s for the 6000 series. but that was still a rock solid CPU at the time. One of the best. Same with the graphics card, 1080. Fantastic graphics card. 16 gigs of RAM 10 years ago was great.
Yeah, 10 years ago, I give it a 10.
Yep, 10 years ago, I give it a 10. But
Today,
nowadays, I
4.
can see why you're ready to
Yeah.
move on to something new.
Because
So.
NVIDIA is about to stop supporting the 1080. And
Yep.
I think at that point, you got to move on.
Yep, agreed.
That just mean is that
You
just mean
squeezed a
stop
lot of life
optim-
out of it, though.
Oh,
Does that
yeah.
just
Oh,
mean
yeah.
stopping the optimization of drivers? Like, what does out of
Just
support
means no
mean?
new drivers.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
no new drivers.
So it'll still work, but there might be games that come out later that need specific driver support changes that won't be supported. As far as your CPU question goes, yeah, especially in the mobile sector, it's kind of the Wild West a little bit. Intel's mobile offerings are the what are they at now? 200 series. Intel mobile chips are. Oh, come on! I'm trying to remember.
Riveting content here,
Yeah.
Tony.
Yeah,
You're doing
yeah.
great. Keep going, buddy.
Series 2. They're definitely a lot better than Series 1, so stay away from anything that's Series 1. Series 1 was okay, but they made a lot of good advancements with Series 2. Go for the i7.
Is he looking to stay with his current motherboard and?
No, he's all new.
Oh, so
All new everything.
you wouldn't recommend AMD?
Well, he's going for a
over this?
laptop.
Oh,
a
he's going for a
laptop.
laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah. And AMD also makes good
Do they have a good
What is it?
laptop line?
mobile CPUs.
Mobile
Yeah.
CPUs.
But they
Are you
but
saying
they're-
CPU, Tony?
They're also confusing because they have two lines of mobile CPUs, and that's what I'm talking about when I say it's kind of Wild Westy, because
Yeah.
they have their like AMD 370, which is a great CPU for the amount of power that it uses, but then they also have a line of mobile CPUs either just freshly out or still coming out that have the 3D V cache as well.
Oh yeah.
And
Ooh, that sounds
so-
cool. 3D V cache.
Yeah, they're good stuff. You're gonna pay more for it, that's for
That
sure.
Lenovo Legion line that he mentioned is pretty good. That's a decent gaming.
I like the
laptop.
Legion line.
Yeah. And that's the thing is once you start deciding what line you want to go with, it kind of makes your CPU decision for you
Yep.
because they only offer usually one brand per
One or
line,
two core sets, right? You're gonna have
and
Intel.
like 3 different options in that
Yeah.
line. So
Yep. So basically, especially if you're going to be looking at a laptop, look at the laptop perks first, like the differences in the laptop models, and then decide what you want. If it's going to be Legion, or if it's going to be Asus, and once you figure out the screen and everything else you want, then you look into those models deeper, and you'll really get a good grasp of what CPUs are available for those models. Because when it comes down to that, it's really about the screen and the keyboard and the layout and all that stuff.
yeah, that's going to be a big factor there. So, and the fact, the real kind of thing about it is there's not currently in the mobile sector, there's not a huge difference CPU wise between Intel and AMD. So I would say just go with the mid range or higher.
Are the AMD chipsets shipping with the AMD GPUs as well? Or are they still putting the
what do you
GT
mean?
or the so the AMD processor laptops, are they shipping with an AMD mobile GPU as well, or are they
Some of them, but most
or
of them
they
ship with NVIDIA.
okay? So they're still they're splitting it AMD processor
Yeah,
and NVIDIA GPU,
because AMD's mobile stuff is still pretty meh,
right?
and they know that. So, did you have anything to add to that, Jarron, specifically about the mobile CPUs?
No, not really. 5070, that's solid. That's probably the best bang for your buck, honestly.
Yeah.
Getting the 5070.
5070 or 5070 Ti, I think, is the sweet spot. Yeah. If you look at the Legion 5 series, they have I'm looking at their stuff right here, and yeah, AMD AI7 350. I wouldn't go with the 200 series from AMD. Go 300 or more, or the 200, the Ultra 7 or the Ultra 9 from the Intel offerings. This is one of the ones where they do offer both options, actually. So, yeah, if you want to get way pricey or way fast, you can go with the Ryzen 9 8945HX. You're going to get worse battery, but it does have more performance. And then they have an option, I think, for the 3D V-Cache one. But once again, you're bumping that price up pretty significantly once you get into that territory.
3D V-Cache, though, increases your CPU performance substantially.
Yeah, if you can afford it, it's freaking awesome. But it is a bunch of extra shekels, so... Oh, they don't even let you... Interesting. You choose, on their website, you choose the CPU you want before you can customize. And then you go into build your PC, and it's like, okay, you already chose the CPU. You can customize the RAM, solid state drive, or graphics card.
That's if you do in there build it.
Yeah.
Build it now, or build computer build. If you go look at the preset models,
Well, yeah, those stay.
those are pretty standard. You'll get more availability. I've done the customized before, specifically from the Lenovo. I did that, and it took like 30 days to get
30 days.
to get the computer.
Holy moly.
Granted, it was during some of the
Shortage stuff.
shortages, but yeah, supply chain stuff. But 30 days to get a custom built, all because he wanted the guy wanted a specific screen
Oh.
on the laptop.
Well, there you go. So good luck in your journeys. Let us know what you decide getting. It's always fun shopping for a new gaming laptop. Fun stuff. Anything else, Jarron?
Nope. That's it.
All right. Let us roll on to the stories.
Let's crack on.
Crack on, as they say across the pond.
Speaking of which, we should probably, it's not on here, but Digital Foundry has gone independent,
Fully independent.
which is sweet.
Really?
Why do
They
I
were-
care, Jared?
They were purchased by IGN because IGN purchased Eurogamer and some other publishers, and Digital Foundry was part of Eurogamer. They have gone private, which is awesome.
I wonder how much they had to pay to get out of the grips of IGN.
He didn't say, but they parted amicably, so I guess he feels like he got a good price.
Okay.
Yep, and that's my favorite video games publication personally, and independent media is awesome. So there you go.
Yeah, when they said they were going private, I was first like kind of blown away a little bit, but then the more you look at the situation, it's probably a good thing because IGN tends to, or I should say, the parent company of IGN tends to have layoffs
They just
fairly
had layoffs
frequently lately.
within the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, and so getting away from that is a good thing. So
And it gives
yeah,
them more autonomy to do what they actually want.
Exactly, and they talk about that. They spent about half an hour talking about that on one of their special directs, and it was interesting to see the what they plan on doing and kind of their point of view on the situation. As a result, Jarron and I both went and supported their Patreon.
Aw,
thing,
that's
so-
nice. You should.
Do they give you shout outs on the air?
No, we did the
Yeah, not
we
as
did
cool
the
as us.
We did the $5 tier, not the higher tiers.
Not the $6 tier?
They
actually-
have an order of magnitude more subscribers than we do.
Oh, at least an order of magnitude.
I heard some people. I heard some people trash talking Digital Foundry today, and I thought Jarron and Tony would be so mad. And it was over a rumor that the Switch 2 uses DLSS 3.
That's my story.
Oh, sorry.
Spoiler.
Sorry
Well,
about that. And
let's
they were
lead
in the
with
comments.
that.
In the comments, they were like,
It's-
"Digital Foundry, blah blah blah." Because people were like, "Digital Foundry said it didn't have it," and the comments were like, "Well, they're not that great anyway." Total
There
rumor.
there is literally nobody more
I know.
knowledgeable about consoles and PC graphics and how they work out there than Digital Foundry.
They've gone toe to toe. They've had to defend themselves a few times and come up on top.
So here's my story. I don't know what this means, but apparently, according to the story, some developers leaked out that the Switch 2 uses DLSS 3.1, and that sounds like a big deal. And it sounds like something Jarron can tell us more about.
It's
No,
for
not
an
really.
It's for an indie game. So I read the story in my perusings, but it's about an indie game that the game supports 3.1, and so the rumor is, I think this is where this is coming from, is that it's supported. DLSS 3.1 is supported, but the games being made for the Switch 2 aren't utilizing it.
From what Digital Foundry said, there's likely a couple of different DLSS models in there. One that is a lot lighter, so that it doesn't take as much resources.
Right.
And then one that is, which is probably what they're referencing here, is the 3.1, which is one of the more recent models.
Yeah, that's the thing everyone needs to remember is using DLSS isn't a free lunch. You don't just automatically get better frames. It takes up resources as well.
Which can then impact your frame rate, and by taking up those resources and processor, right? Like can generating that frames and going to 3.1 impact the quality of the rest of the game? Like lower frame rate? I know it reduces battery, right?
It will always end up with a higher frame rate, but the difference is the frame rate before enabling DLSS will always be higher than the frame rate enabled with DLSS when you take away what DLSS does.
If you're at 1080p native, you're going to have a higher frame rate at 1080p native than 1080p upscaled with DLSS to 4K.
Yeah, exactly. So you still end up using some of the resources to do that upscaling to 4K.
So it makes 1080p.
That's a better way of explaining
it. Makes
Jarron. Thank you.
1080p
Good job,
better,
Jarron.
and it allows 1080p upscaling to 4K at sort of a loss.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a slight loss, but you gain more than you lose.
Yeah.
So cool. So let's keep talking about Nintendo. Actually, we got a couple of stories here about the Big N.
Yay.
Jarron's got one that's a little more positive than mine. So we'll do the non positive one first. Nintendo's decided to completely buck the trend that you usually see when a new system comes out and they lower the price of the previous systems. They're raising the price of the Switch One.
Yeah, but you know why? I mean, they say why, right?
Because
Starts with a T and ends with arifs.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it can also be argued that the Switch 1 is 8 years old at this point. No, 9 years old at this point. And, no, 8. It's 8.
It's 8.
And the component prices should have decreased quite a bit in those 8 years, and they should be able to have lower prices as a result of that.
Well, that's the thing. And they're not, though. They're raising the price. So whether or not it's a component price increase over the course of the years, which I'm sure it's not, even after the shortages and everything, there's no way that they're paying more for these old components than they were 8 years ago.
Right.
It's tariffs. And I'm just going to say it. It's also, I think it's some Nintendo greed.
It's totally Nintendo greed.
So we can blame the tariffs all we want, and that is a piece of it. But Nintendo, I guarantee they're making these systems for way less than what they were 8 years ago, and they're not reflecting it in the price to the consumer.
The Switch OLED is now going for $400.
Can you believe that?
$50 more gets you a Switch 2.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that is just nuts.
Maybe it's designed that way to actually get you up to a Switch 2. Like the large, medium, large drink thing at McDonald's.
I could see that, when you're already looking at an OLED, it's like, well, for another $50, I can have the next gen. But what about for your smaller guys, like your Switch Lite? They're just raising 10% for no reason, 200 to 230. And that's the one that kids are going to buy the most frequently, or parents are going to buy for the kids most frequently. I don't know. Not cool, Nintendo, in my opinion. Not cool. But
agreed.
It is what it is.
And it's not like they need more money because Switch 2 is selling like gangbusters.
Yep.
Switch 2 has doubled its first month sales compared to the original Switch. They've sold 6 million so far, and that's a third of the Wii U lifetime sales.
Lifetime sales.
That's crazy.
They've sold in 2 months 33% of what the Wii U sold its entire life cycle. That is wild.
So it's doing very well. Very, very well.
At $450 and $500.
Yeah. I'm really curious. So obviously, like all of the fanboys and fangirls are buying it up front. I'm curious if it'll have staying power like the original Switch.
Yeah, that is a very interesting question. Yeah, I don't know. It is close to the point though where most stores have them in stock fairly regularly, so they're not too hard to buy either, which is just makes me so happy for what's happening with people
Screwing the
buying
scalpers.
Scalp. Yep.
Yeah, and I got to compliment Nintendo for that. They actually produced enough.
Yep.
And
it's possible.
It is possible, and they did it. And according to them, they took a massive risk, but I mean, we all knew it was going to sell like crazy.
Yeah, come on now. They're the first electronics company, like big consumer electronics company, that had a highly sought after product in the last 8 years that has been able to actually meet demand at launch. You know, nobody else has
Which
done
is
that.
awesome.
Nobody else has done that yet, except for, well,
Apple's
maybe
gotten close.
okay.
Oh, Apple does it all the time.
Apple does it every time, actually. I would say video game related product.
Yep, agreed.
So, yeah, Apple, man, they know what they're doing as far as their orders
Their
and
supply chain.
supply chain stuff go. Holy moly.
Freaking amazing. Thanks,
Crazy.
Cousin Rob.
Great job, Rob. Let's see. Okay, let's talk about one of our favorite topics here on the show. OLED panels. OLED, yeah.
Settle down, Jarron. But proceed.
Lando doesn't seem excited.
Lando, do you know why
I
OLEDs
saw
are so
a
He has a
Dunny
different?
frame
inch
TV.
OLED
This
panel
is why. This is why he's a
at-
frame TV.
At Costco for $2,000. It was awesome. I wanted to buy it, but
Oh, that's why you're sad about this. Because you want one and you're not getting one.
no, I just don't. I'm happy watching my baseball on a 1080p TV or a 4K TV or on a
here's the
frame
thing.
or an OLED. It's all baseball and it's all fun.
Here's what I can say.
I'm happy no matter what I watch it on. Right now, I'm watching it on a teeny tiny little
Well,
screen.
that's because you're watching baseball and not playing video games.
So I didn't really notice it
Fair.
until Tony had me put. I was worried about burn-in, and on this Asus G16, you know, and Tony's like, "Oh, I just auto hide the taskbar, and then put a black background, and bada bing bang boom. Don't keep anything on your desktop. Nothing can burn in, right?" And I'll tell you what, as soon as I put a black background on, I hadn't noticed it, but I've got my laptop screen, and then I've got a standard Asus. It's like a LCD panel thing here, and it's so much different that it's
black
side
showed
by
up the
side.
most.
Side by side. I think my screen's off
That's
because
it is.
because it is, right? The
Yeah.
pixels are actually off
Yeah.
on OLED. So
You don't really need to do
I understand
that
that they
anymore.
look really, really
Oh, and
nice.
You can leave. You can leave the taskbar up, like as long as you're not leaving it
I have
running all day.
that's my
literally.
problem is I've come down sometimes and because sometimes I'll just get up and be like, I'm done, I'm gonna let it hibernate because I don't want to close all these things, and I've come down in the morning and it's still on, screens up
Freaking
and
Windows.
everything. Yeah, it's a Windows thing, and it did some app, it wasn't Windows, some app kept it alive, some app had
It's
had-
Windows because they can't control their own apps.
yeah, so I started being like, how many
The
other
OS
times
should
that
be able
happens?
to override that.
Yeah, I'm just a better safe than sorry when it comes to that kind of stuff. But yeah, the stuff they've put in, most of the manufacturers on the modern OLEDs, it's pretty minimal the chance you're going to burn it in under normal everyday use. Now, if you're going to watch CNN on an OLED screen 12 hours a day, 15 hours a
So-
day, yeah, you're going to have burn in across the lower third.
I've seen many videos on YouTube of just the normal tech channels, right? Using OLED screens as if it was a normal monitor under extremely stressful conditions. and they could not tell a difference with their eyes. Like if you take a picture of a camera and adjust the exposure on it, yes, you could see a slight difference, but under normal conditions, it's basically a non-issue at this point.
So that being said, what are they doing now? Pushing these OLED panels as far as they can. There is a new panel coming out from LG. It's a 27-inch, 14.
It's not very big.
1440p.
Not very high res.
That does
1440p is good enough, man.
on 27-inch. 1440p is great.
Yeah.
Once you go bigger than that, you want to start looking at 4K though. 540 hertz at 1440p.
So what?
And
what would that experience be though?
Well, hang on.
Oh, there's
not
more.
done.
Wait, there's more.
You drop that resolution to 1080p, and it'll push 720 hertz.
So what's the user experience for that? Are you basically seeing the pixels change in real time at that point?
It's
like
diminishing returns.
Oh
yeah,
like past 60.
At what point are you not even? Is it just a number that's making you feel good?
You're way past diminishing returns. When you hit 240, anything past 240
right?
is way into the diminishing returns
Specifically,
territory. And we've
I
talked
feel
about
like-
that a little bit.
Yeah, and I feel like the size matters, right? Like the bigger the size, the more refresh
Size
rate you
always
want.
matters, Owen.
Don't
right?
let anyone tell you otherwise.
It does
if
not.
you've got
It does not matter.
If you've got a 6-inch TV,
I've been told.
right? If you've got a 6-inch TV, that's
Real
that's,
6-inch or
like 6 inches like average. If you've got a real 6-inch average TV, the size of the refresh rate anyway. My point is, does
6 inches when the TV is powered on?
what about when
yeah.
it's
Got to be
powered
turned
off?
on.
Yeah. When it's off,
It's a glower, not a shower.
yeah. So I guess my question around this high of 720 hertz of a refresh rate, does the screen size matter? Would you need that big of a refresh rate for a huge display, and would that make a difference, or is there diminishing returns no matter the size?
No matter the size, it does.
Oh.
Honestly, I notice refresh rate less the smaller the screen is, personally.
Yeah.
I
right.
think I would agree, which means you get into diminishing returns faster.
But I'm talking like phone size, watch size screens.
Right.
Like 27 inches, yeah, you're going to notice higher refresh rates. But past 240 hertz, like Tony said, probably not.
Like
Yeah.
I see a difference on cell phones between 90 hertz and 120 hertz. I can see that difference. It feels smoother.
Right,
But
because-
anything above that, I don't see any difference above that.
And,
that's
your
on
laptop
mobile
is
phones.
240 hertz. Like
It
can
is,
you,
right.
Can you tell it?
No. Like it doesn't feel different.
So, like we've talked about before with this, it becomes, for most people, it becomes less, especially esports gamers, it becomes less about how it looks and more about how the responsiveness is and how it feels when they're trying to click on those headshots. And so that's why they continue to push the speed there on these. And then there's certain aspects of it as well that OLEDs and LCDs just never did as good as CRTs. And the faster you push the refresh rate, the closer you can get to looking as good as a CRT in things like motion clarity. And so that's another one for you really, really hyper nitpicky folks that still like to go back and say, CRT was better as far as motion clarity goes.
It's been so long since I had seen a CRT display. I kind of discounted that until we went to the Pinball Museum after CES
Yeah.
in January, and I saw...
A good CRT is still glorious.
Yeah, is an old arcade machine using a CRT screen, obviously, but like the pixel clarity was the image clarity, whatever I'm trying to say. It was crazy. It was amazing.
Yeah, it's real nice. So the faster the frame rate, the closer you get to emulating or recreating that kind of clarity that a CRT has.
But you
And
need a game running at that frame
That's
rate.
the thing,
though.
yeah. And there's just, I think there's about 3 games that can actually, the engines support that kind of frame rate, and they're esports games, like Counter-Strike 2 and Valorant and things like that. So
Yeah, most games your CPU isn't going to get anywhere close to those type
Nope.
of frame rates.
nope. But being an OLED, you get all the awesome stuff that it has as well. 99.5% DCI-P3 color reproduction and a maximum brightness on this of 1500 nits. So
pretty good.
not only is it a very fast OLED panel, it's also looks like it's quite a good quality OLED panel as
Is
well.
it tandem OLED?
It did not say. It looks like I'm gonna say probably because it uses LG's 4th generation OLED tech, and I thought
If it doesn't, I'm out.
I thought the 4th gen
No, I
was when they
agree.
moved to the tandem OLED, but
Tandem or bust, baby.
later on here they say proof of the WOLED's panel existence, so it might be.
I think
Oh, no,
tandem is
that's-
still OLED.
Oh, is it?
Would have
I believe so.
I thought it didn't have white anymore. I thought the whole point of
I-
it was it was a red,
could be
green,
wrong.
and blue layers. Anyway, and on a other side note, they
Time to
LG
butt stuff.
what was that?
Are
Oh,
we
I
still
was
talking
keeping
about
track.
OLED displays?
Yes. 'Cause
Are you
they
kidding
also,
me?
They also showed off. They also showed off a couple of other cool ones that are
just want
not
pricing
necessarily gaming related, but they showed off a 83-inch OLED 4K screen that is it will go up to 4,000 nits.
Holy crap. I need
4,000.
that, and I need that
one,
right now.
And that one uses the primary RGB tandem tech, which stacks
That's
red,
where
green, and
OLED
Are you
really-
kidding me?
white. Oh
So,
yeah, it's tandem.
Is that
baby.
where
Oh.
is that where OLED really shines when you get the nits bright enough to really make the contrast between the blacks and the whites? Like,
Well, I mean, OLED is great no matter what.
Because you can
But-
go all the way down to black.
Like-
Pure black.
I have a CX, which is 5 years old at this point, LG CX C10, and it looks great. Like it is clearly an HDR picture, like the contrast between the lights and the dark. But bring that up to 4,000, that's just. I assume that's not full screen brightness, of course, but
No, there's-
even then, that's crazy bright.
Yeah. And then last but not least, they showed off a micro LED display that's stretchy. It will stretch up to 53%. So that's kind of cool.
so you can like wrap it around your face.
Yeah. Well, the thing that they
saran
talked
wrap?
about too is you could put customizable indentations to mimic buttons on like a a panel or something. So
How much they cost? Give me a price on one
oh,
of
it's
those
all
720.
this is concept stuff right now.
This is
What do you
stuff I wish they would show at CES.
Yeah.
Like
it's
sometimes they
not-
do, but this last year
there wasn't a single AI mention in there, so I'm
Well-
sure it's not going to be at CES.
This was specifically at a display-oriented event in South Korea called K-Display.
You know,
So-
CES used to cover this kind of stuff, though. I feel like CES is.
We did see the tandem OLED stuff at CES.
Yeah, we
at
did.
least, and it was amazing.
It was real and it was spectacular.
Really
Let's
spectacular.
see. Oh, there's one more Switch 2 article here.
Yep. Couple podcasts ago, we mentioned how third-party controllers could not wake the Switch 2. Well, GuliKit, they have hacked
Gilly
it.
Kit.
GuliKit, they've hacked it, and their Elves 2 controller costs $30. Will have Hall effect joysticks. Will wake the Switch 2. It's shaped kind of like a Genesis controller.
Ugly as frick.
Yeah, it's very much a Genesis controller shape, or the crappy Logitech controller that the submarine used, kind of.
Womp womp.
But it's got two joysticks with Hall effect sensors. So if you don't mind the shape, this is a good option, especially since it's only $30.
Oh,
I'm just
nice.
really amazed they didn't put this on a higher end gamepad first. Why would they debut it in this
Well,
little
GuliKit makes good stuff generally.
No, they do, but this I'm just referring to this
The shape.
shape and everything. It's like
Yeah.
why don't you put it in a controller that you know people are going to like for sure instead of this
This-
weirdo.
Does not look comfortable.
No, it looks terrible.
Yeah.
You should purchase one for a review, Jarron.
Ah. There you go.
50 thrifty.
Let's see. Let's talk about Gaben's new venture. Did we talk about this already?
I don't think so. Because it's August
Didn't he
4th news.
Yeah, didn't he
Anyway,
just haul off and
Our favorite Gabe Newell, one of the founders of Valve, or is he the founder of Valve? Instead of making Half-Life 3, instead he bought a super yacht company for $400 million. Because we all
Wow.
know he loves his yachts.
He does.
he does.
So now he owns the company that makes the yachts.
He lives on a yacht. That's where
He
he,
does.
lives now.
I want to
And
live
he's
on a
like, man,
yacht.
And he's like, man, servicing my yacht is expensive.
I'll just
What if
buy
I
the
just-
company
What
that
if I
does
just
it.
buy it? You think
They
they
can do it for free.
showed up? He showed up. I imagine it's like showing up, and he's like, "Hey, sir, you can't park there." And he just pulls out his wallet and goes, "I can now. Now I can."
So they're making his $400 million super yacht.
Yeah.
Wait, did he buy it for 400 million, the company, or is he buying a yacht for 400 million?
He's buying
He's
a yacht for
making it.
$400 million, but then
Yeah.
why not just buy the company? So
Yeah.
I really am curious how much the company
Now
is
it's a-
worth if
now it's
the
a tax
yacht
write-off.
he's buying from them is $400 million.
What in the world?
Now it's a tax write-off, though.
Well, now he can set his own price for the yacht.
Yeah.
Well, I
I'm
just
saying,
bought
it's a-
you, so
It's
now
for
that
the. It's a. As long as he puts the Valve logo on there somewhere, slap a sticker on the side.
Tax
that's a
write-off.
Tax write-off.
And he reportedly is leaving the team completely alone. I think it's more so he doesn't have to do anything like
Right.
work.
well, think about
But
it this way
he's
too.
claiming they're doing a good job.
I was going to say, think about it this too. He liked what they make already enough that he was going to buy a $400 million yacht
right.
from them.
Yeah.
So if you already like that, then yeah, just let him keep cooking. You know,
Yeah.
Let him cook.
just let him cook. 364-foot super yacht.
That's big.
Um,
Didn't I hear
And-
too? Bill Gates is selling his yacht, his super yacht, the nuclear powered one, or the hydrogen powered one. I heard that's going up for.
yeah, the hydrogen power one. This
You
company.
can't fill it up anywhere.
Do you
It's
remember?
impossible.
Do you remember the kerfuffle about Jeff Bezos' $500 million super yacht that
Oh, and
could
the
get
bridge.
in and
Yeah.
out because of the bridge? This is the same company that built that one.
But they built it behind the bridge. Didn't they have to get? Didn't they have to?
No, they ended up. I
Moving
believe
it
they ended
before?
up not
not putting the masts on or
putting
something.
not putting the top pieces on until
Yeah.
they moved it out from under the bridge or
Yeah.
past the bridge, I should say. So, frick, these guys have bought
Is that that's the was that Zucks? Oh no, that was Bezos.
Bezos.
Yeah.
Bezos. Let's see. They've made super yachts for a lot of big names. Nancy Walton of Walmart,
One of the names you don't know that runs
Cowboys.
the country.
Cowboys owner Jerry Jones. Dang. No freaking way. He owns a yacht that he's named the Rocinante. Gosh dang it, Gabe Newell.
Dang
You
it,
are so
dang it.
cool.
Ah!
Come on now.
No, really?
Yeah.
How is that his current yachts? That's the current one he's on?
Yeah, Newell has a growing fleet of yachts as well, including the Oceano-built Drac, formerly called the Tranquility, DRAAK, and the Rocinante super yacht built by German yacht
That's
maker
so
Lursen.
Cool. Little
Gosh
expanse,
dang it.
little expanse, deep cut right there.
Yep.
Gabe, hate that I like somebody like him. Like
He hasn't given us any reason to hate
I
him
know.
so far.
except for being successful, right?
Yeah,
Looks
except
like,
for being at the
ah.
top. You can't hate someone for being successful. You can hate for what success might have turned them into or what they choose to do with their success.
I
What
choose
has he
not
done
to,
with his success? Though? Has he benefited society at all?
I just don't choose. I
I
choose
don't
not
thi-
to.
Maybe
I
he's a
choose-
silent donor. I don't know.
I don't know.
I choose
yeah.
not to. I
hope
choose not
so.
to have heroes anymore.
That's
like, I
almost what
just-
it
It's
feels
easier
like
that
these
way.
days,
Like it's just
you know?
I choose
Much
not
better.
to respect
You
anybody.
remember what happened when he had a hero on the Help Desk podcast? The patron saint
The
of our
patron-
podcast?
No, we don't mention that. We
No.
That's right. We don't.
yeah,
Never happened.
undo.
Never happened. No receipts.
Control Z. Control Z.
Mm-hmm.
All right. In other gaming news, well, we'll just do yours real quick here because it's not very long, and then we'll go into mine because mine's weird.
Heretic
got-
and Hexen.
Yeah, new games from Night Dive.
These are remakes of classic first-person shooters from the early 90s, mid-90s. I have tried to revive them before this, trying to get them playing on the Steam Deck. And it's a challenge mapping all the controls and doing like the mouse joystick thing. It's rough. But
You
Night
right
Dive,
there, Lando?
So tired.
Big size.
Night Dive came in and did an excellent job remastering these. And Night Dive's remasters, they don't really touch the graphics usually. They just make them playable on modern machines with modern controls and just modern conveniences. Sometimes they'll add graphic flourishes, like on Quake and Quake 2. They add like ambient occlusion and stuff like that. But on these ones, the graphics are pretty close to original. It's like similar to the Doom ports from last year that they did.
Yeah. What they do to the graphics in this one and several of their other remakes is they make it what you think it looked like in your memory. You know what I mean? Like
They didn't really change any assets. They adjusted some level design, but as far as like the graphics go,
it's less about in your memory. It's less about the assets themselves and more about how they were presented, the picture clarity, the resolution,
One thing they do make
occlusion,
better
things
though
like that.
is they boost the frame rate.
Yep,
So it can do
absolutely.
120 hertz, and it's smooth. It's great. It's not really restricted to the old frame rates, which is awesome.
In Digital Foundry's video about this, I love that John talks about how hard Hexen was to play because it basically just throws you in these big hub worlds that you go from one to the next, and you have to figure out where the keys are and find the keys, and there's no direction whatsoever. And he's like, Night Dive fixed most of that. There's a lot of quality of life improvements to help you along the way. So now you too can beat Hexen, because I had Hexen on my N64 and I played it for about 2 hours, never accomplished a dang thing in that game.
It was freaking impossible.
It was crazy.
Yeah, you like do a switch in one part of the world, go back to the hub and go to another part, and it affected something you don't know what.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm actually kind of excited to give these a shot now because apparently now they're playable.
I've played them for a couple hours already, and
The remakes?
They're fun.
Nice.
Yeah, both Heretic and Hexen, and they also added some additional levels as well that weren't in the originals. Really
Yeah.
cool stuff.
I like it when they add some new levels on their remakes.
Yeah, new levels are great. Everyone loves new levels.
That's right. Some new campaign levels. Quake. The Quake one was really cool because they threw on, was it Machine Games? Added like a whole new campaign to it.
Yeah.
A really good one. So.
Yep. They also redid the music,
Yep.
making it just sound better and great stuff. You should try it, Lando.
That usually happens
I
when they
think you'd
remake
like
games, Jarron. That's what they do. That's why it's called a remake. Of course,
No,
they're
this
going
is-
to do the music.
This isn't
No.
a remake though. This is what would you call this? Not even a
Port?
remaster,
Modern port?
Re-release?
an up port.
Yeah.
An up.
Thanks for bringing that up, Lando.
Yeah.
'Cause
You're welcome.
There really is a difference between remakes, remasters, and like modern ports.
A modern port. I
And
guess.
this one
would be.
definitely is not a remake.
No.
Yeah.
And I don't even think it's a well, is it a remaster?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Kind of qualifies
call
for
it
that.
remaster. Any other questions, Lando?
Hey, Owen, how's your day been? Everything going okay for you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Rowan woke up and is working on our Discord while you guys are.
Talking
I'm
about nothing?
I'm multitasking.
Trying to troll me by talking about nothing and being boring for the listeners? Yeah, I understand
was,
what's happening
I was
here.
very
Oh.
interested in this.
Can we talk about
There were
Patreon,
several.
Tony? Tony, I want to talk about Patreon. Can I talk about Patreon?
I think there were several people that were enjoying our conversation.
I was one of them.
Dozens.
Dozens.
There
That
are
was
dozens
alright.
of us. Can we talk about Patreon, Tony? Tony,
No,
can we talk
not
about
yet.
Patreon?
Nope.
Yeah, we
Because
still got some-
first, we got to talk about Baldur's Gate 3 and
I love
Wither's
this so
Big Bosoms.
Oh my gosh. So, can I
What the
describe?
heck? I
can
just
I
clicked
des-
into this.
Can I describe Withers for a second?
Yes.
Okay. Withers is your in-game healing HR guy. He's the guy that brings you back to life if you die.
He's your
the
reviver.
guy. He's your reviver. He's kind of a he's an undead mummy type looking guy. he's been in a crypt for a while. That's where you find him. And let's just say he's not easy on the eyes. Yeah, he looks
What
like
is this?
he
What am I
looks-
looking at?
This
Why am
is
I looking at
Withers.
this?
it looks like what's that Marvel character?
Withers
Red?
with boobs.
The
He
red.
looks like Deadpool
He looks like the red guy. The
Red
what's
Skull?
The red Skull.
or the
He
Red
looks like
Skull.
He
Yeah.
looks like Red Skull. And I'm telling you, mods have been out here for Baldur's Gate for about a year now, which has gone insane. But this one, I'm glad this one has percolated.
These people are weird
To the
that
top.
installed this, that created this and installed this mod. The mod is called Withers Big Naturals. And it takes this zombie looking character, and the funny thing about Withers too is you expect him to be like, "Hello, I'm a zombie," and he's got
Yeah.
this like
He's
deep
very
voice, very
He's very articulate.
articulate.
Yeah.
And he speaks as though he's been around for a long time, and eons have passed since he was created. Blah blah blah. And yeah, so what did someone do with the mod tools? They gave him big boobs,
This is how you know that there's just some people that are bored out there.
and
Yeah,
The
because
great-
Jarron won't shut up about OLED screens.
oh man,
I
OLED
bet these
screens.
look.
I
Hey,
could-
I bet these look
Oh,
great.
I
bet
could talk
these
about
look
OLED
great.
screens all day.
I
Yeah.
bet these look.
That
I
was
bet
funny.
those. I
That was
bet
so
those
funny.
naturals look good on an OLED screen.
You bet
actually.
they do. You bet they do. So yeah, the reason this got brought up, this mod's been around for a while now, but on the second anniversary of the final release, like the completed release of Baldur's Gate 3, just like on the first anniversary, good old Larian came around with a whole bunch of stats on what people been doing
Yes.
on the game and what you weirdos have been up to. And you want to take a guess on how many people have downloaded Withers Big Naturals and installed it?
Dozens.
Give me a get. Give me a. It's got to be a high percentage, an embarrassingly high percentage for human society.
250,000 people
Oh my god.
have installed this mod.
250,000 people.
Indies would die to have that kind of sales. Just
Oh, yeah.
to sell their game.
Oh
And
yeah.
This is just a mod to make one character who really doesn't even play that pivotal.
Pivotal.
Pivot.
Pivotal. Thank
Pivotal.
you. That
Pitiful.
big of a role. That big of a role in the game. Like he's not in the gameplay. He's just your.
He's your
He's
character
just-
back at camp that
Yep.
revives your downed characters.
And you can hire people from him, and you get
Well-
some good lore from him in the game.
I was gonna say you get some good lore, and I thought I read somewhere online that that Withers is actually like the god of death in the universe, and so
Great. Then they really just left him in the dark, and as far as being part of the game, because
Yeah.
that's great.
you know it's
Great to see that he's slumming it in your camp.
He does what he wants to do. He knows that if he doesn't help you guys out, that the world's going to end. And what does the god of death do when there's no world? He's got no job.
Yeah,
So you
if
might as
peop-
well help these folks out.
There's no people making babies. There's no people dying.
Exactly. So yeah, there's a blog page that has all of these things listed, but here's kind of the highlights that Gizmodo picked out. Over 8,500 mods have been uploaded to the game, and that you take that number and then the subsequent download and application of 8,500 mods has been done 265 million times. You've had 265 million mod installations for Baldur's Gate 3. 2.3% of characters were able to play through the game and experience each and every class without asking Withers to change your class. So
I never did. I never changed
So
classes.
you're part
did
of the 2.3%.
Yeah.
I did a class change because I was
You
just
did it?
curious about what they'd be like.
Oh.
He's class curious.
I'm class curious. It's
I just wanted a classical experience.
Yeah. Look at these puns. 2% of players figured out how to win a battle while being drunk. 8.2% of players
Are we
figured...
just reading
Are
achievements
these
right now?
Are these
These aren't even these aren't even achievements.
these
are
man,
like-
I wish Larian would put in some like secret achievements. I think those are always cool.
There's a boatload of secret achievements.
That's
Just go look
oh.
on your Steam page.
Oh. I need to do that then. But they're
8.2.
but they're actually listed. Are they Steam achievements or are they
Yeah,
Larian?
Steam achievements.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But Larian is the one who gives
I
the achievement
see.
list to Steam.
Okay.
8.2% of players figured out that you could pick up your enemy and throw them at another enemy if your
I
character
never
was strong
tried
enough.
that.
Just under 600 people, only 600, were able to adopt a child with will. I didn't know you could do that. What?
What?
I have no idea. That's the thing about this game is this game, I mean, we've crowed about it because of how
Yeah.
great it is and talked about it a lot, but it is one of the most
This game I play on the Mac.
open-ended games I've ever seen in my life that has a story that it's trying to tell you, and yet it can change in so many different ways. Just under 500,000 people played Baldur's Gate 3 on multiple platforms. So that means
Across.
about 500,000 people have bought the game at least twice.
Oh
So,
yeah. Does that count PC and Xbox?
Yeah.
So wouldn't that come under Game Pass and just be one?
Baldur's Gate's never been on Game Pass,
Oh, that's right. That's right.
and it's not cross-play.
I'm gonna have to go look
Or
up some of
cross-buy,
the.
I should say.
I gotta go. I want to go see what the rarest achievement in Baldur's Gate is. That's what I'm gonna do. Right now.
Right now?
Right
So
now.
yeah, I just thought that was really funny. And there's a whole blog post that does a whole bunch more. That was just a few of the ones that Gizmodo picked out. I clicked on it. This is the last one I want to share because this is crazy. 1.1 million players have completed it in tactician mode, and that is a hard level to play on.
We're talking about Baldur's Gate 3, right?
Yeah.
Not Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition.
No,
That's
no,
different.
3. So,
You
yeah.
want to hear? You want to hear what the rarest? According
What's
to
the
Steam,
rarest? What's the
It's-
rarest?
I don't know. I don't know. I need to do more research, but the first Google result here is that the Busker Award is the rarest achievement in Steam that you can get for Baldur's Gate 3, which is earning 100 gold from doing performances.
On streets and stuff? Oh my
Yeah, yeah.
gosh. That would take so long, I bet.
Yeah, I randomly broke my chain of useful skills to learn and added being able to play the lute for no reason, no benefit. I don't have any type of I never used the bard ability in anything, but
You wanted to be able to play the flute?
But I really, as Jarron said, I really, really, really crave acceptance. And when you busk in the town, random NPCs come over to you. And when you're done, they clap if you've done if you rolled successfully. So
What the
akin to
heck?
real life, in virtual life, I also need acceptance and praise. And therefore, I added that, and I didn't know I could get an achievement, but maybe I got to fire that up and go finish earning some gold in Baldur's Gate.
Sure, why
It's going
not?
to take a minute. And this is okay, this is the real last one I'm going to share because this kind of boggles my mind here. Honor mode is like tactician mode, but you can only die once. You die once and the game's over. There is no respawn, there is no, if you lose, that's it. You start the game over. 4,647 players managed to beat honor mode using only a level 1 character. That doesn't even compute in my head.
How do you do that?
I don't know. These people are crazy, man.
Here's
and then
here's
I was going to say, if you scroll down to the bottom, near the bottom of this post, they have 10 or 12 really kind of fun and interesting screenshots that the photo mode people made with the photo mode. It's got a pretty robust photo mode. So anyway, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was going to list one more of the most difficult challenges.
What's
in
that?
Here, Sins of the Father. Okay, unlocked by achieving the most evil ending, which involves taking control of the Nether Brain for Ball.
4 ball? Oh my
Mhm.
gosh.
Feels like I need to replay that game.
That's the thing. There's so many different endings that you can get. And I'm
Oh,
not just talking about
yeah.
like little changes. There's big
Absolute
changes. that you
ending
can get.
changes. Absolute ending changes that are different.
Yep. Go finish your first playthrough.
I'm gonna do that.
Do it.
I'm gonna do that tomorrow.
That's the spirit.
Bring your laptop to work. Do it there.
Work from home tomorrow. I'm all set.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
You and remember there's a level cap of 12. So once you hit 12, if you don't feel like doing any more side quests, just go finish the main quest.
I know. I'm gonna do that and then just say that I finished all my quests and never show anybody.
Yeah. No shame
Yeah.
in that.
Yeah.
All right, that's the end of this episode today. We got to wake Lando up.
We don't want to talk about games we're playing.
Holy shit! It's been so long. This podcast
It has been a
going
long
on.
time since we've done that, huh?
All right, Lando, tell us about ye old Patreon.
So if you appreciate what we do, you can
More
you
than-
can you
more
can
than
go to
Lando does.
patreon.com, search what is it? Help Desk Arcade, Geekshow Help Desk Arcade, Patreon.
Just patreon.com/helpdeskarcade.
Yep. You can. It's like a digital tip jar. You give back to you support the content creators you like. All the benefits are on the page. You get some awesome benefits. It's great. Go read about them. They're awesome. If you subscribe for $6 or more, Jarron gives you a shout out in the air. And he's got that for us right now.
Thank you to David Broshinsky, Interrupting Cow, Aaron Faulkner, Connor Keesaw. If the moon were made of barbecue spare ribs, would you eat it? I know I would. Fourth Dimension Craft on Instagram for all your laser engraving needs. The
Don't
dash
skip it.
dash dot dash dot 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 dash 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 dot dash dot dash. I changed
What?
it, sucker. Jason Eatman, if you had a choice between watching the Padres play baseball or gouging out one of your own eyeballs with a spoon, which eye?
I'd watch the
Burninated
Padres
peasant.
play baseball. I just watched them win and I watched the Dodgers lose tonight. It was the best.
Be the 8-year-old. I'm just here for
High
Owen's
for the
stories. I'm here for content, not a nice tight pod. 10 tiny techies tweak tingle transistor towers tirelessly. Tony trips tossing 10 terabytes of tacos at the terminal. Kyle, time to butt stuff. Gary Garimas, totally excel and power ups nerd. Pyman graphics, purveyor of fine geeky stickers. Curse Gengar 94, Kesslo, Erics, Steinman, and Cruz. Thank you guys. The in between rating 200. Samus Aaron approves of this podcast. DP making slap documentaries for Twyman. Wesley, a 4.2 trillion market cap, sure buys a lot of black leather jackets. Stuart Lloyd, so I can't get Jarron to say anything I want for $6. 3 out of 5 stars. Needs more James.
All right, thank you so much. And I had to look it up because my brain wouldn't shut up about the spare ribs one, and that's Will Ferrell doing his Harry Carey stuff on SNL. Freaking funny clips. Go check it out. Will Ferrell doing Harry Carey. All right. That is the end of today's episode. This week's episode, I should say. Oh, I did it again. Thanks for listening. Thanks for downloading us. Thanks for making it to the end.
Thank you.
And just know that we appreciate you. That's it. Owen, take us out.
Hey, we hope you care.